Lawyers for two York County men accused of taking part in the Capitol riots are trying to downplay their involvement. They say the charges against them right now support that. Fox 46's Derek Dellinger spoke with one of those lawyers tonight. And Derek, the suspects here had a court date today too, right?
Yes, they did. It was done virtually with a judge in D.C., so they didn't even have to leave the state. Now, today was more of a procedural motion since their case is going to be tried in D.C. The lawyers for both have told us that they won't confirm whether their clients were in the Capitol back on January 6th. But one of them told us tonight if they were, that what they are accused of pales in comparison to the more serious cases.
As the arrests mount, the case numbers against those involved in the Capitol riots has gotten into the hundreds. And Don Brown says that is a problem for federal authorities and for his client.
They're so swamped with discovery, and what she told me, it could be weeks or even months before we get to a possible resolution, simply because of the volume of the number of defendants they have.
Don Brown represents Elliot Bechet, one of two York County men charged with going inside the Capitol during the riot on January 6th. The FBI says Bechet from Fort Mill is circled in blue, and Elias Irizarry, who lived in Rock Hill and is circled in red, knowingly and unlawfully went into the Capitol.
There appear to be like three rungs of these cases. People in the Capitol wearing a red hat. They're getting essentially prosecuted with trespassing. Then there's a second category of people who committed some sort of violent act destroying property. And then there's a third category of people beyond that were in places they don't need to be.
Brown says Bechet and Irizarry are essentially in that red hat group. The FBI says both were outed by those familiar with their work with the Civil Air Patrol, and in one case by a family member. The fallout for Elias Irizarry has already been damaging. Irizarry is a Citadel student. At last check, the university said they were aware of the charges and will take, quote, appropriate actions once it's resolved. But the university's Republican Society removed him from their ranks. Brown says he doesn't want what's already happened to Irizarry to happen to Bechet.
He's been accepted into Army Flight School.
Bechet and Irizarry are not facing charges of assault or destruction of property. Brown says that could help them in court, but it could also cause a big delay.
The more they arrest, the more their hands are going to be full as a practical matter, and the longer it could take to get even an individual case resolved like my client's case.
Now, you might remember we told you last week that Elias Irizarry is also the son of actor Vincent Irizarry. He's known for his roles on soap operas and various television shows. We did reach out to him for comment last week when this story broke, but we never heard back. One thing he has done, though, in the last week is to make some of his social media private. Lindsay?
Which is probably a smart thing to do at this time.